All right, welcome to an introduction to fascial embodied movement. You may have noticed we're starting to post on our podcast conversations about fascial movement and whole body health and how amazing our bodies are through the fascial system and all the studies that are coming about to show that. And so today I want to do a movement that's related to keeping a healthy fascial system. And this has come so much from my mentor. I want to just say Wendell Blanc Arbuckle. She's amazing. She's taught me so much. And then other people that she studied under and also brought to the studio that we've studied under has taught me so much about the fascial body. And so today I want to have us just think about how you are in your fascial body. When we say fascial body, we mean whole body. You're always in your fascial body. Like it's not like you ever leave your fascial body. You're always in your fascial body. What's happening is we often don't sense being in the fascial body. Like maybe we can't sense our feet anymore. Maybe we don't really notice how we're holding a pen because it becomes very automatic. Things like that. What we want to do is keep enlivening how our body rejuvenates, enlivens, creates energy even, obviously creates strength and tone. That's important as well. But really we're speaking about communication. So that's what we're going to do today. So stand with me, and I do have a chair here and a mat just for you at home practicing this. That might be useful as we go through this little small practice I'm going to take you through, but you don't necessarily need it. Okay, stand with me, and I want you to first notice your surroundings. What I mean by that is with your eyes, look around the room. Just notice how your eyes are just seeing what's there in front of you. We talk about perception of where your body's in space. Well, your eyes is one of your first things that you do to perceive. You look. Okay, then you're hearing. So if you're hearing, you have a right and left ear, how you're hearing what's happening in the room or around you in your environment. There's also, of course, touch, like how I engage grabbing this chair. How do I know I can pick up the chair? Well, my hand perceives that I'm grabbing the chair. Now I can pick it up. Okay. There's also, of course, taste and then smell. These are big things too. They also help our fascial body know how to react or release or engage. Okay, just start with that. So using that, look around the room, and I'm just going to follow where my eyes go as I look around the room, and I'm just giving my body a sense of movement from my eye perception. Okay, then if I listen, so right now I'm in the studios are teaching right now. If I hear the teaching, I'm just gonna I'm leaning into it. I'm just following what my ear, my sensory perception of my ear is telling me. Listen. Okay, if I'm, like I just showed you touch, if I'm tasting, I'd be eating something, I'm smelling something, maybe I'm smelling something that doesn't smell good, and I might cringe, or I might, hey, you want to eat some of that if it's something that smells good. As we look at this whole thing, know that I'm going to talk about perception and how we think about our body's place in space. So separate your feet now. Now go like this, with your arms wide. Go like this. You think of an anatomy man. This is a common position. Rotate your hands opposite. So I'm going to turn my right hand in and my left arm externally rotate or out. And I'm going to look in that direction. And then I'm going to switch. I'm going to look toward the palm that's facing up. And it kind of lends to that. If you try and do the opposite, it feels kind of weird. Not impossible, just weird. It's not like a natural position. I turn towards that palm because my body is going in that direction. See, I'm following my fascial pattern, right? This would be me trying to go opposite my fascial pattern. Again, not impossible, just not a natural thing. This is more natural flow. To make that distinction of what is fascial connections that help us move easily, what are ones that are more difficult that then we can't, not that we impossible to do, but maybe we can't do as easily, right? So now go reach up to the ceiling and then bring your arms down. And if you might have any shoulder issues, go to where it's possible. Anything that we do right now in this little first piece of movement we're playing with, just go to where your body's capable. Don't worry about pushing past what may be painful or hurtful. If this hurts your arms, go smaller. Okay, if it hurts your neck, just look forward. Okay, listening to your body means if there's pain, don't go too far into it. Just listen and pay attention. Now I'm going to go a bigger one. I'm going to go reach up, and then I'm going to come down. Reach up and inhale. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to reach up, inhale. And one more time. Inhale, reach up. Come down. So what that does, now I'm creating a whole like system release where I'm going into like a compression and then I'm creating extension, opening up. And already that enlivens the circulatory system. It enlivens how I'm perceiving. It's waking up my legs, it's waking up my arms, it's opening my chest, right? So we're just waking up the whole system. Do one more. Reach up, inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, I like inhaling up because it gives me that big breath of fresh air. And then, okay, now we're gonna go to the mat. So come on down with me. So again, if it's difficult for you to come down, sometimes you can just use the chair to assist as you make your way down. If you feel comfortable, come down, then go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna lie down on my back. All right, so now from this position, we're gonna assume the same position we did standing. So my feet are slightly wide, my arms are out to the side. Start spiraling your arms the way we did when we were standing. So I'm rotating my left palm up and my right arm rotating in and look towards the left hand, and then I switch. And I'm using that spiral again to open up my shoulders and my neck and my chest and my mid-back. Now, because we're lying down, gravity is actually working with us. It's helping us to open up the joints in a way that we may not feel when we're standing. Just different, okay? Now, I'm just gonna move my chair a little bit. I'm gonna go into a bigger spiral. So I'm making a large X. My feet are wide, my hands are wide. I'm gonna do a side bend position. Notice my feet remain the same. My upper body side bended to my right. I'm gonna lift my right arm and I'm gonna reach over towards my left, and I'm using the weight of the arm, the weight of my head to bring me over to the left. And I'm holding this position. Now my top leg is back, my bottom leg is forward, and I'm reaching. Hold, just feel the things that are happening. My fingers are reaching, my heel is reaching back, my feet are flexed, I'm energized through my palms, through my feet to open up my midsection. And then I'm gonna roll back by reaching to the top leg, roll across my hips, my back, and then come back down. Okay, now I'm gonna go the other way. Side bend to my left, my legs remain the same. My left arm comes up and I'm gonna roll onto the other side. And it's all about using the natural weight. I use my arm and the weight of my head to give me that spiral turn to my left. Flexing the feet to reach out the palm and my feet opens up my whole midsection. This feels really good. Inhale, exhale, now reach through the back leg, roll across the hips, and then I come down. All right, let's do that one more time inside. But notice how you're energized. You just feel this whole body sense of energy from my foot to my hands through my body. I'm gonna side bend right. So it's not just me muscling over. I want to use the natural forces that are apparent here, which is the weight of my arm, the weight of my head. You know, I had all these curls, right? Just pouring me over. And that just brings my body into the spiral. Hold, flex the feet, reach out the palms. Feel those two oppositional reaches. Inhale here, and then exhale and slowly come back. Reach through your leg, open up your hips, rotate back onto your back. And one more time, side bend to the left, left arm up to the ceiling, inhale, exhale as you come over, reach the arm, rotate through the midsection, and spiral, reaching out the heels, flex the hand, flex the foot. You can take a couple deep breaths there to open up the ribs and the mid-back. And then I'm going to inhale there, exhale as I release, reach through the leg, through my hip, roll across, and then come down. Now, stay here for a second and just feel. So we've done 2 spirals each direction. Your body has created a kind of a wet rag, squeezing the water out of a wet rag kind of deal. You're opening up the whole channel, the whole system. It'll feel different. Either the hips will feel more open or your legs will feel more flat. Those are all part of just opening up the system. Now, we're going to go to the side. So now turn over onto the side where you can face the camera. So we just opened up the whole body. Now we're going to be a little more specific. I'm going to do some things to open up the hips and the lower body. So I'm going to stack my legs. This is basically in Pilates. We talk about the side kick series. Basic setup is on the side. Now the great thing when you're on your side is that it opens up the bottom. So my bottom, when I'm lying here, I'm not just laying on my side. I'm asking my ribs to lift away from my hips. So my bottom hip is an anchor. And I'm thinking of my bottom side getting longer as I lay here. I don't just want to collapse into my spine. I'm always promoting the feeling of being longer, right? Now, I'm going to anchor this top hand. This arm is here. If this bothers your shoulder at all, grab a pillow, or you can just use your hand for now, or you can bend your elbow. Do what's appropriate. Lift your top leg. Now we're doing something similar to what we did before, but now we're doing more of a spiral by using the gliding of my leg through my hip socket. So I'm going to go forward and back. Now often in the Pilates practice that we often teach here, we'll have people think about the pelvis staying pretty still and just let the leg glide through the hip socket. What I want you to think about today, since we're thinking about a whole embodied movement, let your pelvis go opposite your foot. So when my leg comes forward, my hip is going back. My leg goes back, my hip is coming forward. So there's a way that you're creating again, like kind of spiral or a opposite directional pull on the movement, which is really, this is what walking is, by the way. You do this in walking all the time, or hopefully do. And so I'm using that forward back movement, my pelvis, to help anchor the pelvis and reach the leg back. Gives me another range of motion. Now we're going to do circles. So take both legs long, and you're going to lift your top leg, and we're going to go forward, up, and back. Now the way I want you to think about this one is follow the movement of your leg. So I'm kind of doing a spiral with my leg. I go straight forward, lift the leg. I'm actually rotating my knee in so my hip can come forward as my leg comes down. Now the opposite would be when I go back, I can turn my leg out to come around and then come forward. So I go back, turn my leg out to lift the leg up and come forward. See, so the idea is to give me another way to think about leg circles without having to stabilize my pelvis. I want the pelvis to give me room for my leg to move. Okay, give yourself room, give yourself freedom. Let the whole body think of supporting you, not just can I stabilize my pelvis, can you lengthen through the whole body by allowing your hip to move so there's more energy through my ribs, my spine, and my head. All right, now bend your legs. Here's a common one that people often do for developing hip tone and strength. Is this called the clam? Great exercise. I love to have people do it because it works a very important muscle, the glute medius, for hip stability. Now, here's what you think about. Again, we're thinking whole body and support from top to bottom. I'm going to press my bottom leg into the mat to lift my top leg to the ceiling. So I'm not just thinking, can I lift the leg? I'm thinking, can my bottom body, not just my leg, hip, ribs, arm, spine long, assist my leg coming up? Very easy. I love this. For me, it's all about, it's like physics. It's like what you do is you're providing more support, whole body grounding to create lift, not stability, just support. It's movement with stability, or stability with movement. It's how you want to see it. Gives me a whole body connection. All right, one more time. Very good. Now, just to be clear, if I had a brand new person, and if you're a teacher watching this and you're wondering about the pelvis being stable, if someone started really just turning your hip out and then lifting the leg, I would probably cue them just to put their hand here, just as a reminder. It doesn't mean that the hip can't move. It just means it doesn't need to move as much. You're just giving them some space, right? Don't worry about overstabilizing. Just find length and grounding, and the movement will happen. All right, one more. Okay, I'm gonna change sides. I'm just gonna turn around. All right, so same idea. In fact, try it like this. When you lay down, before you lay down, anchor the hip, lengthen through your waistline, and reach your waistline long, and then I come down. So I got length, grounded from at my pelvis to lift the leg. All right, so first thing first, we're gonna extend your leg long. Okay, I actually forgot what I started with. So that's okay. We'll just start with this. Bring your top leg forward. I'm going to go forward and back kicks. That's what it was. So you go forward and back. See, us teachers are human. We have to remind ourselves, what was the thing we did before? Now, remember we talked about let the leg glide to the hip, but also let the pelvis go slightly opposite, right? So if my leg is back, my hip comes slightly forward. As my leg goes forward, my hip goes slightly back. Just feel the oppositional reach. Okay, try two more. And one more time, and then we'll do the leg circles. Okay, now bring the legs together. So like I said, big circles, allow the pelvis to move. Again, we're just letting the leg go up. I'm following the range where my hip can give me opposition, grounded down. So as I go forward, I'm turning my knee slightly, keep it parallel, turn it in, pelvis forward, leg comes down. Forward, turn it in, leg comes down. Now I'm going to reverse. So I'm going to go back. This time I'm going to turn the knee out to lift the leg high, and then I come forward. Go back, turn the hip out to let the leg go higher, forward. Now I'm still thinking of my ribs grounded, my arm reaching. So it's a whole body sense. I'll show you one more. Long to my waistline, lift, and now I'm going to go to the clamp. So bend both knees. So again, my waistline grounded, spine long, and I press the bottom knee into the floor while I lift my top knee up. See that whole body sense. Well, we'll just do like 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, very good. Now, transition right onto your stomach. So as we go into extension now, so I'm showing you all ways that we look at either flexion or side bending or extension. So now, I'm first going to reach in 2 directions. My arms are reaching forward, my legs are reaching back. All right, I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. Allow my inhale to expand my ribs. Exhale, soften the chest and the ribs and melt everything down. Now, notice I'm not going into movement right away because my back tends to be a little tight, and I had a little back injury about a couple weeks ago. It's much better now. But I'm just being aware of, I need to make sure I have space and opening up my hips and my ribs before I come up. And breath does that. Breath is a really good practice to create some space in the back and just prepare for the extension and the reach of the spine in 2 directions. So now I'm going to walk up onto my elbows. I'm going to look forward with my eyes. Here's a good way to think of the eyes leading the way. I'm looking towards that other end of the room. I pause here, just hold. A couple of breaths. Now before I continue, I'm gonna think of my hips grounded, my legs reaching back. Now I'm gonna reach through my palms and then come up. And right away I'm thinking shoulders wide, chest open, neck long. And I'm not thinking pull my belly in, by the way. Oftentimes the cue is to pull the belly in tight. I want to feel my belly get longer and open my chest forward. And then when I come down, now I'm lengthening through my sternum, lengthening through my abdominal wall, and then I release down. So I'm thinking I'm coming down longer than the first time when I came up. So let's try it again. So I roll, one cue we often say, roll the marble away with your nose, and then with your eyes, gaze along the floor. Feel the width of the shoulders. We're going to go right into the extension. So you can either come right into the extension with your straight arms, or you can just use the elbows. Inhale here, and then exhale. I get longer as I come back down. Lengthen through the front, open the chest, and then release my head down. Then we'll show you one more time. Look forward, roll that marble away. So my spine is leading the way, right? My arms are going to press here in a minute, but I'm thinking spine lengthens out, shoulders wide, palms engage the mat, legs reach back, belly gets longer. Feel a nice stretch there in the belly here. Inhale, and then exhale, I get longer as I release down. Good. Okay, now before we go back up to child's pose, just reach your legs one at a time. And you could have done this also before the swan. It's also going to just do it anyway after, just to open the front of the hips. So now, I want to show you this actually too. This is a good practice, even with just doing swan. Reach your arms forward. There's an exercise called swimming. Try and soften your chest and feel the chest and the ribs against the mat heavy. Feel your hips heavy. Now lift your arms and legs up. And then come back down. Try to do that motion of lifting, not from just tensing your shoulders or your butt, but instead grounding down into the mat, lengthening your spine, and then coming up. And I swim. So it makes it very different. If instead of me just squeezing my glutes like mad, I'm lengthening my spine and opening my chest, and that gives me more room. And then I come down. All right, now I'm going to sit back in child's pose, hands by the chest. Sit back, and I'm going to gently rock side to side. Good work. So kind of open up the whole system. All right, we're going to come up to standing. Okay, so I'm going to finish with this. We looked at whole body sense, foot to head, fingertip to fingertip, creating an extension, opening up the hips. I'm going to be putting out these recordings. I'm going to look at the mat work that we're doing Pilates. I'm going to look at Pilates for runners, Pilates for cyclists. This embodied practice for all kinds of people. If you're just sitting at home, this is a great practice to be with. Look for that in the future. But just know that this movement is all about how you perceive your body's place in space, how you're grounding, how you're creating space through your breath, how you're opening up your channels from fingertip to fingertip. So just finish with this. You're going to reach up, inhale. I'm going to do a roll down. Exhale, dive the head around the spine. Pause here. And then I'm going to bend my knees, ground my feet, drop my tailbone, stack the spine, lift the arms. Now I'm going to do my right arm in front, and just reach your left arm overhead and reach to one side. Come up, inhale, drop, and then reach to the other side. And then reach up, and then come down. All right, well, thank you for joining us. It's a great first practice. This is a great thing you can do, like just beginning, start of your day, even before you go to bed. It's a way to relax your system and get you into a whole body, since I feel very open and relaxed right now. So I hope you'd enjoy it. If you'd like to see something particular that thinks about an embodied practice that you want to engage in with yourself and you have questions, feel free to send us a comment. We'd love to do that. All right, take care.